Mistakes are going to be part of every program, and now is probably a good time to at least introduce you to a couple of the kinds of mistakes that you can make when you're writing Java programs. So we're going to look at two of those today, leaving out semicolons and misspelling keywords. So let's start out with leaving out a semicolon. We only have one in our Hello World program, so let's take it out, and then we'll save the file, bring up our DOS window, compile Hello World again, and there's the error message that we get. Very straightforward and easy to understand, with an arrow that even points you and tells you where the semicolon was missing. So the error message says that in the program Hello World at line 5, a semicolon was expected. And then it prints out the line and shows you an arrow where it is. So that's a very easy one to fix. When you see that, you simply go back to your program, add the semicolon in, save the file. We'll clear the screen just to make it easy to follow what we're doing. Recompile it, and it compiles fine, and we can go ahead and run it. Let's look at the other type of error you might make, which is misspelling a keyword, like print line. You might accidentally type a 1 instead of L there because they look very similar. So let's save that program. Now let's compile it. And the error message we get is a little bit more complex, but it makes a little bit of sense. It says, in hello world.java, in line 5 again, cannot find symbol. All right, so that's what we're talking about when we say print line. Print line is considered a symbol. So then it tells you symbol method print 1 in. And so when you see that, it takes a little bit of experience, but then you realize, oh, that's not what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be print ln. So we'll go back and fix that, and then we save the program, and then it should compile and run. Let's do one more just to get the feel for this. Let's misspell system. We'll do a file save, compile the program again. This time I'm going to use my up arrow key so I don't have to type the whole command. And here's a little bit different message. It says in hello world.java in line 5, package, well, you can't even pronounce that. Citum does not exist. Well, again, with experience, you realize that you just misspelled system, so you go in and fix it. Save it, and then it compiles and runs correctly. Let's make an error in another place in the program just for some variety. Well, in fact, let's do something even different. This won't be a typo. This will be leaving something out, kind of like a semicolon. Let's leave out the opening brace for our main method and see what happens when we run that. So we save it, then we compile, scroll it up where we can see it a little bit better. And here it says in hello world.java in line 3, semicolon expected. Now that's confusing. Again, it's going to take experience to learn that the semicolon is not the problem here because it's pointing at the end of the parenthesis, what's called the parameter list, and that's not where the semicolon goes. The problem is that we are missing the brace, the opening curly brace, and we have to put that in. So the bottom line for error messages is that sometimes the error messages are very helpful and very descriptive and tell you exactly where the problem is. Sometimes they don't. You have to do a little bit of trial and error or hunting and searching to figure out how to fix the error. But the point is that every time you make an error, the compiler will find it and it will flag an error or signal an error, letting you know that something's wrong with the program and you're going to have to fix that error somehow. There's a lot more we can say about errors and how they occur and how to fix them, but at this beginning stage, it was important just to show you some very basics about how the error messaging system works and how to track down some of these simple errors. As we go through the course, we'll encounter more complex errors and we'll talk about how to find and fix them. In the next lesson, we're going to work an exercise with the Hello World program to end the chapter.